What's a good example of "don't knock it till you try it"? Letting your kids figure out problems on their own every now and then. I once saw a dad who let his baby struggle to reach for a toy that was just out of her reach. She spent about 15 solid minutes wiggling her way to that toy. I almost amazed because most parents never let their children think or solve anything on their own. They just hand them what they need, or stand them up the second they fall over, or jump in the minute an argument breaks out. But the kids never learn to do anything on their own. Doing anything in public alone. I know it's been said a few times here, but seriously. It's so freeing to think, man, I want to go see this movie, eat at this place, travel here, and then realize you just can. You don't need to bend to everyone's schedule, just yours. The only preference influencing your choices is yours. I have pretty big anxiety, and going places alone, after the brief moment of feeling judged, is actually better for my mental state. I can enjoy life without making sure everyone else does, too. Going on a vacation by yourself. People told me it was a weird thing to do. It was one of the best vacations I've ever taken. Once you get past the stigma of dining alone, that was a bit rough the first few days. It's actually incredibly freeing. Maybe it's an introvert thing though, I dunno. Showering in the dark, it's pretty therapeutic and safe if you're not an idiot. Going to the movies alone. Watching a movie only knowing the title, dodge all previews, dodge all mentions of who is in it. Walking instead of driving if it's possible on a lovely day. Cinnamon applesauce on pancakes or waffles instead of syrup. It's amazing, kinda like an apple pie. Lifting weights. Limeade with mint leaves in it. Heavenly. Putting chips on a sandwich for that extra delicious crunch. Try a bidet. It ain't gay. D&D. I had a friend at university who would constantly suggest playing, and I always brushed him off, spending my weekends pretending to be an elf or whatever. The fluff was not my jam. Thank you very much. Then I tried it, and it turns out it's awesome. Who would have thought that drinking beers, eating cheese and killing fake goblins with maths could be so much fun? The doorbell. Seriously, what is with door-to-door salesmen who ring the doorbell then immediately start slamming on the door? Try the fluffing doorbell first, wait, then maybe knock if you don't hear it go off, or better yet go the fluff away. Brush your teeth in the shower. Don't have to be tidy, just brush like a maniac. Then just spit wherever. Rinse with mouthwash too. It's liberating in the same way as taking your pants off your ankles when you're on the toilet. Mezzo Mix, it's a German, or Austrian, not sure, soda by Coca-Cola, which is Coke and orange soda mixed together. It sounds weird, but it's good. Hot sauce on baked potatoes and popcorn. Someone told me anal. Eating condensed milk more often in desserts or even with just bread. Americans have a weird thing against condensed milk. It one my of most favorite sweets. Using your blinker while driving. Shower beer, wash a little, drink a little, rinse and repeat, improved my quality of life. The contrast of the cold beer and the warm water running over you is amazing. Reddit. I always thought Reddit was dumb. Now I love Reddit, so many memes. Nudism. Everyone makes the same jokes about it, all old men, everyone's fat, boners everywhere, but it's actually a great thing to at least try once. I was convinced to try it by a friend and it was a lot of fun and relaxing. Being nice to people. Reading. I cannot stand people who say, I hate reading, and it turns out they've never read anything in their life outside of school. Most people dislike doing what they have to do, me and maths for example, and school books tend to be boring AF. No offense to Kill a Mockingbird, Shakespeare, I love you guys but you're not exactly palatable for everyone. Novels might not be your thing, but check out short stories, check out graphic novels, comics, heck, articles, scientific studies even work too. Reading is so broad. There's horror, comedy, romance, fiction, non-fiction, educational, classics, etc. 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 My so thought he hated reading until we found his genre, true crime novels and autobiographies. I definitely had my own agenda because I am super attracted to people who read, but even his vocabulary and spelling has improved since he started reading and I found he's way more confident in his intelligence. One of the smartest guys I know, just didn't finish college so he doesn't agree. I mean, if you really have no interest, don't bother, but don't knock it until you try it, and trying isn't picking up a book and giving up as soon as it gets boring. Even I buy books I end up finding boring, sorry Jane Eyre, but Wide Sargasso Sea is a million times better. You just sell it, give it away and move on to something suited to your tastes. I know I sound super condescending, but if anyone genuinely wants help figuring out what kind of genre you might like, hit me up. I will likely recommend Things Fall Apart immediately since it's my favorite of all time. Edit. Oh wow, I am so delighted to see how many of you want some suggestions. I have a bunch of responses and wanna give each of you just as much time as you need, so if I haven't responded yet, I will get to it. Got a busy day in work, so it'll likely take me a couple days to get through all the responses carefully, so happy to see many of you wanting to give reading a try. D. Quitting Facebook. PB and J on toast. All of my friends think it's gross, but trust me, it's bomb as fluff. Eating by yourself and traveling alone. Karaoke. Metal music. Obviously it's not for everyone and I can respect that, but people completely refuse to listen to even the lightest of metal because they think every single band is just pure pig squealing and burping, or they think every band is satanic. The only subgenre that's consistently and genuinely satanic is black metal. Everything else is either using demons as an analogy for pain or mental instability, or is looking at it in a purely satirical manner. And most subgenres use clean vocals to some degree. I've heard people refer to Metallica as screamo, which is not only incorrect as they don't scream at all, but screamo isn't even a metal term. It's a subgenre of emo that uses screamed vocals, and emo is a subgenre of punk, although most punks hate being affiliated with it. Unlocked door. So wait, I misread that. Edit. I don't want to be that guy, but thanks for the gold. Sushi. I was so put off by the thought of eating raw fish for the longest time until I tried it and found out how awesome it is. French fries dipped in ice cream. Sex with your friend's mom. Putting Cool Ranch Doritos in the freezer so they're Cooler Ranch. Chewing on a wet washcloth as a stress reliever. Minding your own business. Magic mushrooms. Therapy. So many people I know think it's garbage and in the next sentence will make a chiropractor's appointment. It boggles my mind. Toast with jelly and butter. Two good things separately made a great thing together. Also Dunkin' Donuts iced tea with cream, basically milk tea. TBH, the workers there always repeat my order just to make sure and sometimes give me weird looks. In the back of mind I'm always like, did I stutter? Reddit. I have a few friends who judge me but love it whenever I send them anything. Vaccines. Home nudism. I know it might sound like kinda a lot, but hear me out. I used to spend some time naked in the morning after my shower, but that was about it. Then one day when I didn't start work until 4 p.m., I just kinda went about my whole day naked, did laundry, washed dishes, got some cleaning and HW done. It was goddamn fantastic. It's been about 2 weeks now that I've only put clothes on to go out or when I'm having friends, or at least the ones who aren't comfortable with social nudity, don't want to make them uncomfortable, and it's really been great. I've been able to keep my thermostat comfortably set at about 78/80ths of a degree F and haven't been running the clothes washer and dryer nearly as much, and my utilities bills have dropped to about 60 to 65% of what they were at before. Weighted blanked. Pegging. Mud shower. Eating ass, but only if it's freshly showered. A lot of those weird ethnic foods people are too afraid to try while traveling. There is usually a reason why a whole country loves something so much. No, you may not like everything, but why would you pay so much money to travel to another country to eat at places that only serve food from your own country? Food allergies, religious beliefs, and lifestyle choices are completely valid reasons to not partake, of course, but I honestly think it is otherwise kind of a waste of your trip to not try anything. Massaging your prostate during a jack-off session. Lots of lube needed. Guinness. I love it and everyone knocks it. Anime, all my friends watch it and have been telling me to for 3 years. I only recently started watching Attack on Titan and it actually is pretty good. Tequila and pickle juice. McDonald's fries, or any fries dipped in a Wendy's Frosty. BDSM. I'm an established member of the scene, and the most fascinating thing I've ever witnessed was 1 or 2 people who thought they were totally vanilla become full-on kinksters overnight because one of their friends introduced them to it. It always makes me wonder how many people have that interest in kink within them which they aren't even aware of because they've never had any exposure to it. Letting someone lick your butthole. Mozzarella sticks dipped in Ken's honey mustard, single-serve cups only. I swear if anyone I know reads this post they'll instantly know this is my account. Braunschweiger. It's delicious, but most people I've talked to turn their noses up when I say that it's liverwurst, but put some on a sandwich with some Miracle Whip, Swiss cheese, and lettuce, or just plain on a saltine cracker and you have God's food. It's pretty old-fashioned so most people haven't tried it, but they should. Ultimate Frisbee. A really good pair of steel-toe work boots, good insoles and thick wool socks. Even in summer I work as a ranch hand and I cannot count the number of times I have dropped something heavy on my toes, then being on my feet all day with flat feet. For the first month I didn't have insoles and my feet hurt like hell. Now my feet feel fine and thick wool socks have actually kept my feet cool during hot dry days and warm during cold wet days, and they keep my feet from rubbing against the steel toes too bad.